with chapter number 7 from your economics book of grade 9, and the name of the chapter is Indian Economy Secondary Sector. And today we are going to start from significance of MSMEs in Indian economy. MSMEs means micro, small and medium scale enterprises. So as we will go through this chapter, we'll come to know that the micro, or you can say MSMEs, got increased in India. Before, in 1992, we will find that the number of MSMEs are about 73.5 lakh, and around 2011 and 12 we will find that the numbers got increased to 448 lakh. And we will also find that this kind of small enterprises, or you can say medium enterprises, or cottage enterprise or cottage industries, we can say, got developed more. Their investment got increased. With every 1 lakh, we will find that the 4 people got employment, and overall India's economy got developed in the sense of employment, production, income generation and export potential. All this got developed with this micro, small and medium scale enterprises. So what are the sectors that got development and how? First is increase in the number of MSMEs, as I told you just now. Growing amount of fixed investment. The investment which we were finding in maybe 1992, it got increased. Okay, it got, you can say, before it was 1,09,623 crore, or which got increased to 14,71,913 crore in 2015. So you can understand the investment, the fixed investment is also getting increased in this sector. Growing value of output. The sector currently produces more than 6,000 quality products ranging from handloom, saris, carpets and soaps, to pickles, auto to machine parts, targeting in both domestic and international markets. Okay, generation of employment opportunities. The micro, small and medium enterprises not only generate the highest employment per capita investment, but they also provide employment to villagers and people living in backward regions, so that they do not migrate to the urban areas. Next, we are having contribution towards export earnings of the country. This sector also contributes a lot towards the generation and of export earnings for the country. Export earnings by the MSME sector increased from about 17,784 crore in 1992 to 93 to about 6 lakh 30,362 crore in 2011 and 12, showing more than 35-fold increase. Okay, in a contribution towards a rural development. The MSME sector also plays a significant role in improving the employment and income opportunities in a rural area. Next, we are having what are the adverse impacts of industrialization. The growth of the industrializations, or you can say the growth of these industries, largely depends on the unilateral supply of natural resources. So expansion of industrial activities create pressure upon on the natural resources, as a sum of these resources are non-renewable in nature, like the fossil fuels. You can say fossil fuels like coal, natural gases, crude oil, etc., and they get depleted with their continuous use. These resources cannot be regenerated. Some of the natural resources, however, are renewable in nature, like you can say forest resources, water resources, etc. For instance, trees in the forest are grown on either in a natural process or through afforestation initiatives of the human beings. The continuous interaction between the living and non-living factors of the environment creates the ecosystems. The living organisms include different types of animals, human beings, bacteria, fungi, etc. On the other hand, the non-living components include air, water, soil, humidity, etc. Thus, we have desert ecosystem, forest ecosystem, grass ecosystem, and aquatic ecosystem. Aquatic ecosystem means lake, river, ocean, etc. and so on. The great pressure upon natural resources and expansion of industrial activities create great pressure upon both renewable and non-renewable natural resources of a country. Okay, next we are having problem of environmental pollution, and expansion of industrial activities would add a great amount of pollutants in the environment. This industrial waste are generated during the production process, or the process of production itself generates many of such pollutants. The natural environment is adversely affected by these pollutants. Problems of air pollution. The two basic physical forms of air pollutants are particular, you can say, matter and gas. Okay, particulate matter and gas. This particulate matter includes small solid and liquid particles such as dust, smoke, mist, sand, fly ash, etc. On the other hand, gases include substances such as carbon monoxide, CO, sulfur dioxide, SO2, nitrogen oxide, that is NO2, etc. For instance, the establishment of thermal power plant would generate a huge amount of flying ash and lead to air pollution. Right. The growing number of automobiles and the immense, you can say, use of this fuel is creating air pollution. Such air pollution causes serious health problems. It is also a kind of adverse effect on the various plants and human health also. Next we are having what are the problem of air pollution, or sorry, water pollution. And growing industrial activities has led to water pollution. Okay, because the pollutants are often discharged directly into the rivers, lakes, ponds, etc. So the aquatic ecosystem are adversely affected. Further, this also leads to serious health hazards for the human beings. Problem of soil pollution and the disposal of industrial waste also cause soil pollution. The soil pollutants include the waste from food and fruit processing in industries, is a hazardous waste generate from petrol refineries, paper and pulp industry, like iron and steel industry, chemical fertilizer industry, and so on. As a result, they enter into the food chain, and you can say affect the ecosystem, and having the adverse effect on the human health also. What are the problems of noise pollution? And the growing industry of the in the towns create a huge noise pollution and unwanted sound that adversely affect human and wildlife. So there are the, you can say, there are few sources. There are three main sources, you can say. One is noise produced in the factories, like mining activities also, noise produced in the urban areas, noise produced in the produced by motor vehicles, by mining activities. These are the sources we are having. So noise pollution affects human health in the form of sleepless, partial, or you can say complete deafness. All this gets developed. Next we are having great incidence of deforestation means cutting down of trees, that is deforestation, and the opposite word, planting of trees, is afforestation. The expansion of industries, industrial towns and urban centers has also has also led to deforestation. The forest areas are destroyed for providing food and shelter to the growing number of people in the urban area. As the progressive depletion of the forest lands is gradually driving our country towards an ecological collapse. Such large scale deforestation has led to growing incidence of flood, loss of topsoil. This loss of topsoil means soil erosion and soil nutrients. Okay, we have lost the soil nutrients, and then we are having the slitting of the river bed, etc. This also leads to decreasing rainfall and growing atmospheric temperature.